God told me to tell you there's some stuff you don't have because you're still trying to prove to people you are who he said you are. There are those of you who are putting on and you're putting on for people, and you're not going to get what God will have you to get as long as you're putting on. When you are thriving, you don't speak the same level as people who are surviving. It's just a different level. Like, it's just different talk. Amen. And so what's crazy is there's some individuals that was dogging Dion out for telling my man, who was the commentator, he kept stopping him like, yo, bro, talk like you normally talk to me. You can't go viral not being your authentic self. You got to be your authentic self to go viral. Does that make sense? So I'm going to start all over before I get into my message today. There are those of you who are putting on and you're putting on for people, and you're not going to get what God will have you to get as long as you're putting on. To be your authentic self. Now, here's what happens. I'm going to be real. Here's what happens when you're your authentic self. You're going to lose a lot of people. You're going to lose a lot of people, but you're going to gain people who will ride or die. Does that make sense? Okay, so most of y'all know I had an opportunity to be on a big show, right? That they show in the morning to millions of people. And by the grace of God, I didn't go. And people was like, bro, millions of people you could have sold more books. I said, I don't want another million people in my life. I'm not interested. I don't need a million more problems. I don't need a million more people in my life. I don't need a million more people to buy books. I don't need no more money in my life right now. God is giving me what I need for right now. I don't need no more money. Now you might need more, but I don't need nothing else. You're not about to convince God that you know different than who you are. He knows who you are. If you would just realize who you are and embrace it, he could finally give you his plan. But he can't give you his plan when you this version of you. Anything you could think of, if you could actually think of it, it means you can do it, right? Does that make sense? So if it pops up in your brain, it means that you have the ability to do it. Why? Because the brain would never think of something that it could not do. There is no dream that's too big. There is nothing that you can think of in your head that you can't do. I said, but here's the problem though, all right? They shouldn't have told you that, right? How many of you guys believe in this room that if you dream it, that if you think of it in your mind, that you actually have the ability someday to make whatever you see in your mind become a reality? Let me see your hands. Good. I love it. I don't care what it is. You want to play basketball? I don't care. You want to go to the moon? Like, I don't care what it is. Your dreams are never too big. Say that with me. My dreams are never too big because they're my dreams. And I can do it. Come on. I can do it. I can be it. I can have it. Come on. I can do it. I can be it. I can have it. No dreams too big for me. Come on, no dreams too big for me. Again, no dream is too big for me. Come on. I get up at 3 because it's silent. It's easier to be focused when the environment is focused. So a lot of you don't have, be honest. We're not playing no games here. Talk to Sam, we got a way to help you after this. How many of you, honestly, you are knocking on doors and grinding and making moves, but you don't necessarily have every single step written down for every single day? Just be honest. Some of y'all, you in the dark. That's the problem. So we're going to help y'all. I got a plan. We're going to work with y'all. I'm going to do some video, give it to y'all. I'm going to show y'all really how to walk through this. Because the day I got up, and every day now I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Here's what's funny. Most of you wake up and you try to make money. Listen to me. If you would make you, money would come to you. Okay, you missed that whole thing I just said. If you would make you a better person, you'd make more money. Now, watch what I do. The way people spend their money or treat their money is how I treat my time. All right, let me explain what I mean to you. I make sure that every single day in that 24-hour period that I'm getting a whole bunch of wins. So I'm supposed to be doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time. The problem with most of you, you waking up and you worshiping money. Man, I was in the back with Cole. Cole was like, E, I got this opportunity for you. I got this opportunity. I got this opportunity. When you become number one, you have to chase opportunities. So I became number one, not meaning I'm better than nobody else. It means I just mastered my craft to the point that I know what I do that don't nobody else do. When you master yourself, you put yourself in a position that a lot of people can't do what you do, and then you become rare, and diamonds are rare. That's why they cost so much. If you would become rare, you just like everybody else. You look just like, you act just like, you just like everybody else. When you become you and you become rare, you become a